Fanfic Corner, presented by Jennifer. The Guy in the Diner. Chapter 15. Okay, for those of you who have not yet seen the first few videos for The Guy in the Diner, I suggest you go view those now, as this is a continuation of that story. Astrid Hoffelson, he exclaimed. What in Thor's name are you doing here? Astrid stared at him and her mind whirled. Roughnut and Toughnut, or Raquel and Timothy Thorsten, were twins from her year at Raven Point High, who had been reasonably good friends until Dagger had slaughtered her reputation after the aftermath of prom night. They, as everyone else, had ostracized her for the last few weeks of school, and she had lost all contact with them. Both were insane extroverts, wild pranksters, and hopelessly destructible. Ralph was definitely not the girl for Hiccup, so she felt a lot easier in revealing why she was here to Ruff's twin. Wingman, she said, your sister's date, the poor sap, as you put it, is a good friend of mine. Tough shrugged. Yeah, well, you know why I'm here, he confessed. Much as I enjoy tormenting her, I don't want her hurt, so I don't want my sister hurt, so I always act as wingman for her on dates. They both contemplated their drinks and sighed. Sucks, doesn't it? Amen to that, Astrid agreed. She sighed, and Tough peered at her. You'd rather be on the date, wouldn't you? He realized, and she stared. Gods, was she that obvious? Not gonna happen, she sighed. Why, you're his friend, aren't you? Tough. Remember why you and everyone else treated me the way you did at the end of high school? She asked irritably. He made a dumb face. You know, the fact that I ended up pregnant? There was a pause and a realization dawned. How did that go? He asked. My daughter is 3, Tough, she told him, with a forced patience. Hey, is she here? I'd like to meet the little dude, he asked, his face brightening, but Ashley gave her trademark Hoffelson scowl. Timothy Toughnut Thorsten, this is a darn sleazy bar and no place for a 3-year-old little girl, she snapped, and he grimaced. Sorry, Astrid, he said with genuine constriction. Then he shrugged. Maybe I could see her somewhere more appropriate. There was a pause, and she gave a small nod, a pang of nostalgia hitting her. I'd like that, she admitted. You remember where my parents live? He nodded. If you call there, we can arrange to meet up. She paused and gave a little smile. Actually, I think Emma would like to meet you. Tuff gave a small smile. Hey, I don't have that far to think down to a 3-year-old level, he admitted. Smiling, Astrid sipped her water and smiled, suddenly enjoying her job a bit more with someone to talk to. Tuff, regrettably, my daughter at 3 is already older than you, she smirked, and Tuff chuckled. Missed you too, Astrid, he admitted. You think our boy can keep pace with my sister? Your boy can keep pace with my sister? Not a hope on Midgard, she sighed. Tuff, he's actually a really nice guy. He doesn't drink much, and he has some bad leg injuries in a car crash end of last year, and he's pretty shy. Sounds like you really like this guy, Tuff commented. I repeat my earlier question. Though he's nice, why would he want to go out with someone with a small child in tow? Astrid sighed. I mean, what lunatic would want to take on another man's child? She rolled her glass in her hand. Face it, I ruined my life when I fell pregnant, Tuff. The male twin peered down the bar as Hiccup was handed a second Thorsten special and winced. How do you know until you ask him? He asked. I mean, he's game enough. He's risking alcohol poisoning with my sister. He's clearly so far out of his depths, but he is continuing. Because I asked him to try dating when he was dumped by his first girlfriend when he was involved in that accident, she sighed. When he was badly hurt in the accident. If he'll go through with all this for you, Astrid, maybe he would go out with you, Tuff asked, but the girl shook her head. Her shoulders slumped. I've been rejected so many times because I have Emma. I would rather hang on to his friendship than risk losing it all just for a disastrous date, she sighed. But he knows about your daughter, doesn't he? Yeah, but knowing your friend has a daughter is different to agreeing to accept her into your own life. Astrid sighed. Please drop it, Tuff. It's no use. He isn't interested in me like that. And then she peered down the bar and frowned. Thor, what is she doing to him now? Tuff craned his neck. Oh, dear, he commented, ordering another beer and some bar nuts. She's going to play Win or Dare on the dance machine. Astrid gasped and stared at Tuff. Thor, Hiccup can't dance, and he's a lightweight with alcohol, she muttered. He's utterly doomed. Tuff gave her a grin and pushed his bowl of nuts towards her. He's a big boy, he murmured, so let's see what happens.